Hi, this is Laura from Laura's Lovely Gifts in Lake Elsinore, California. Today I'm going to do a continuation of last week's video where I made a graduation card. While I was making that card, I used a variety of the shapes available in Cricut Design Space to create a graduation cap and tassel. So I'm going to show you how to do that today, along with if you want to write in your insert card using your machine at the same time that it's cutting. I'm going to show you how I do that. Here in our Cricut Design project, and we're going to create our graduation cap and tassel. So you see on the left side here we have our shapes menu. So we're going to do 2 squares, 2 triangles, and 2 circles. Your first square you're going to rotate at a 45-degree angle. You're going to unlock your proportions and you're going to stretch that out. You can kind of see the shape of the cap taking on. Then you're going to take your next square and you're going to take that down to 2 inches. And just make it 2 inches height. Alright, I stretched it out to actually 3 inches wide and a little bit more than 1.5 inches high. So we're just going to move that just so that you don't want the corners popping out here. We're going to move that up. We can adjust that in a bit. We're going to take our first circle, unlock our proportions again, kind of create a little bit more of an oval. Oh, what did I do there? Sorry. There we are. So we're going to take our oval and our second square, and we're going to slice those. Take these parts here. We're going to delete those. So take our 2 squares here, the one that we've sliced and the one that we've morphed. Let's just center those a bit, and we're going to weld those a while just so that they don't move around again. And you can already see the graduation cap. You can stop here if you want, but there's a few more things you can do. So we're going to create our tassel. So we actually do need another square. This one we're going to unlock our proportions again. And we're going to make very small. I did, so 0.125 inches by we'll do 0.75, make it easier. That kind of hangs somewhere around here. And then we have our circle, and we're going to do that. So the other one was, our string was 0.125, so we're going to make this 0.2. That might be a little small. Yeah, that's a bit small. So let's do 0.4. Double that a bit. Let's send our cap to the back. So hopefully, yes, now we can move our other stuff around. And that's still a little bit big. So let's do 0.35. And you can just eyeball it. If you liked it bigger like that, then that's fine. Alright, we're going to move our cap out of the way just because that keeps getting confused. We're going to weld these 2 together. I'm going to slide that down a bit just to make our string a little bit longer. You can see that part taking shape. I'll just keep that here. So here are our 2 triangles. Again, we're going to unlock our proportions. And we're going to lock the proportions on this one again and make it a bit smaller. I'm going to change the color on it too, just so that you can see it. Bring that to the front. And you don't have to do this part, you can do the triangle as is. You can do a few triangles. For the card that I did last week, I just did one. But you can actually do a few to give it more of a realistic shape if you want. Just slide that down there. So take your two little triangles, and you're going to weld those together, just so that you only have to do the slice one time. And there's our tassel. You can delete our little triangles. Obviously, it's not going to be that big. We can just make it a little bit thinner. We're going to center these two and weld. And then we're just going to bring it over here to your cap. Select both of our welded pieces and weld those together. And there you have a graduation cap that you can use in cards. You can use it as decoration. You can basically do anything. You can cut it as big as you want and have people sign it at the party. You can cut it out in vinyl and add it onto a shirt, or the possibilities are endless, really. So that's how I did that for the card. The next part of this video, we're going to do writing on the inside of the card. And this is what the front of the card would look like. Except we want to write on the inside of the card, which, if you were looking at the physical cut item, would be on the other side. And that's easy. You're just going to take your card and you're going to flip it. Two fonts that I have found that I have that work well for writing are Algerian and Camelot. Camelot is very small, but it works for the message part. But we're going to type congratulations, and we're going to move that to Algerian. Definitely size that down to 4 inches. Let's add an exclamation point in there. Your score line you want attached to your main card, but while you're slicing, you can't have them attached, which I found out as I was making the card. And the pens that I have a variety, but we're going to use a glitter pen. So we have our glitter gel, which is 0.8 millimeters, just so that the pen knows, or so the machine knows exactly which pen I'm using. And that is what your card is going to look like. And reattach your card, your writing, and your score line, so that when we hit make it, these three are all together, and then the machine will tell you what it wants you to insert in which clamp at that time.